Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Litecoin. We had a request in the comments under one of the videos asking for a TA, an update on Litecoin. And as we all know, the halving is coming up pretty soon. So we're going to take a look at some targets that we might meet in the next few months. And obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do your own research before investing money into crypto. So let's go to nicehash.com. We've got the countdown to the Litecoin halving, and as you can see, it's 96 days away, and it's happening on August 8th. It still could vary because if you go to CoinMarketCal, it has the date as August 5th. So it's going to be sometime at the start of August, at the end of July-ish. So just keep an eye on this website. I'm going to link it down below in the description. If you scroll down, you can also see the countdown to Bitcoin's halving as well. 330 days away. So the bull market is going to be coming up very soon. I would probably say that after we get the halving, it's going to, go into full throttle mode. So we still have a bit of time to average into our altcoins, and definitely still have time to buy into Litecoin before we get into the halving, because I would probably say that once we get to the halving, we're not going to be seeing, $52 ever again for Litecoin. I think so. But hey, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but just that was an assumption based on the next bull market that I'm expecting, because from this low that we had here in, let's say, March 2020, we saw a 1,600% move to the upside. So then we saw a pullback of around about 90%. Then from that pullback in that low that we created in June 2022, we've already gone up 153%, but let's say we go another 1,600. That would put us approximately at $681.50, which is the 1.272 Fibonacci target here. As you can see, this is our minimal target. So it all lines up very, very nicely. $681. Now, if we see a 90% pullback from that point, that's going to be somewhere around $80, $75, $70, right? So I don't think we're going to be dropping back down to $50 and below that. So this was, in my opinion, your last opportunity to buy at these prices, unless we have a flash crash before we get to the actual halving in August. So dollar cost averaging right now would be smart, because we are sitting at a support level on the weekly chart. So we've got the 20 EMA, which is the yellow line, and we've got the 55 EMA here. And the price is sitting above the 55. So what we're looking for here is this bullish cross on the weekly. And that would be a huge signal. That would be a massive buying signal. We're looking for the same signal on Bitcoin. Ideally, Bitcoin has to print that, and then altcoins should follow. But if an altcoin prints that before Bitcoin does, I would say, take that with a grain of salt, especially if it's a lower cap altcoin, because a lot of them have pumped since January or since November. But looking at this Fibonacci retracement, we obviously set the low here in July of in June of 2022, and the swing high is the May 2021 local high that we printed at $386. So that is going to be our fractal that we're using, and we've already started retracing, and we're running into the 0.382 at $106. So that's going to be a major level for us to break above. As you can see, this was a pretty strong support back in July and June of 2021, back in December 2021, back in March 2022. Then we lost that in May. In 2022, we had a bounce, and we started slowly retracing up. We ran into that exact same level as resistance. We got a pullback, and now it looks like we want to have a second go at that level. So if you're looking for a swing trade for whatever reason and you want to sell as soon as possible, you can take a look at $106. If not, then we can start taking a look at some other targets. The next fib above is going to be the 0.5. at $135, and we've got the golden ratio at $173. So from where we are right now, that is looking like a 2x. So I definitely think we could do a 2x for a high cap like altcoin like this. a 2x in a few months is definitely doable, especially considering the fact that I am expecting a bull trap sometime in August/September, because we typically see that during that time period. For example, 2019, it happened at the end of June, early July. We had a bull trap here. For example, if we go to 2020, this is August 2020, we had a lower high as well. We take a look at 2021, September, we have a lower high, or just a local high, I should say. We take a look at August 2022, we have a run up and then we have a pullback. So this is what I'm expecting, since 2023, in my opinion, is going to be the 2019 of the previous cycle. So I'm expecting more of a run up, kind of what we saw over here. So we could see a nice run up all the way up there to the 0.618. I would love to break above it, honestly, because if we are going to run into the golden ratio and get a pullback from there, that's going to be negative. That would be the dead cat bounce scenario, right? So you print a high, you retrace down, and then you start coming up and you run into the golden ratio. That is the dead cat bounce. So we don't want to do that, obviously, but it is very likely that that's going to happen. Once that happens, we typically see a pretty strong pullback, and we might come back down and retest the 0.236 at $78. So this would definitely be a nice area to take some profits at, $174. But obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This is me simply speculating. We can also draw a trend line here, which is going to give us a nice indication of when the price could start pumping, because this is actually looking like a very nice resistance level that we are going to be breaking above in the next few months. So we've had a back test in May 2021, in November 2021, and with our third touch, we could see a massive break to the upside. If that is going to happen, we need to see the volume indicator backing that up with a lot of volume. If there is no volume, which I don't think there will be, which I don't think is going to happen, I think we're going to have a lot of volume, especially considering the fact that the halving is going to be coming up. So a lot of people are going to be piling in, hoping to make some money. And in my opinion, we're going to see the peak before the actual halving. I think that is going to happen, because this is going to be sort of a buy the hype and sell the news type of situation. So all the smart people are going to be, all the smart people pretty much bought in over here, I would say. And they could still be dollar cost averaging at these prices, but they're definitely going to be selling off of you if you're going to be buying in once the hype starts around altcoins, or around Litecoin, I should say. So definitely look into getting some Litecoin if you want a almost guaranteed price appreciation in the next few months. So yeah, that's what I think about Litecoin. Like I said, $174, a great level to take some profits. If we go into beast mode and for some reason we do a 175% from where we are right now, and we retest $246, that would be bullish. That would be extremely bullish. I would be all for that, and that would show me that we're breaking above the golden ratio. What we need to do in that case is come back down and hold it as support. If we manage to hold that as support, consolidate for a bit, we could absolutely fly into the all-time high prices, by the end of this year or early 2024. So that would be the bullish scenario. Obviously, the bearish one would be we start retracing up and then we have a black swan event and we absolutely crap our pants and drop below these lows here. That is also possible. You have to consider all possibilities. You have to be ready for both outcomes at all times. So yeah, look out for this diagonal descending resistance trend line. Look out for the golden ratio and take a look at the volume indicator. We don't have that up right now, but we'll take a look at it in the next video. So taking a look at this indicator here on the RSI, let's see if this held up nicely. So we had this resistance. Let me fix this up so it does seem a bit off in my opinion. Let's just get it smack dab on point. There we go. So yeah, we did see sort of a few back tests of resistance. We had a bit of a fake out. So this trend line isn't really doing anything for us as of right now. I will keep it for future references, but we do have a resistance trend line over here. If you take a look, we do have a resistance trend line. So we could be looking at a potential sort of a ascending support trend line as well, with a little fake out down below. That could be the case. right? If let's change the color to yellow, so it'll be easier for you to see the triangle that I'm trying to show you. So yeah, the yellow lines are representing the triangle with this little fake out down below. So once you get stuck in the end here, you get a move to the upside. This could happen a lot sooner, sometime in August, and we could break out, get overbought, and then pull back down and back test the yellow trend line. And you are going to be looking at something like this potentially, right? Not as bullish, obviously, so we could just briefly graze the overbought and then come back down. That is also a possibility, but right now we're definitely looking at a good buying spot. We're not very overextended to the upside, not very overextended to the downside either, but regardless, this is a good buying spot in my opinion, so I'm definitely going to be looking at getting a few alt Litecoins myself. And yeah, let me know what you think of the Litecoin chart right now. Let me know if you're going to be getting in and trying to catch the wave to the upside before the halving, and let me know if you're staking. Let me know what are your long-term targets for Litecoin. If we're talking long-term, then obviously $681 is what we're going to be targeting here on the channel, because that would be the 1.272 fib level. Thank you all for watching this video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.